Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the OS Academy. So during some of the OS talks and player interviews we've had on the channel, I've noticed quite a few of you don't really use the nice tricks and helpful tools that the editor still has to offer. Even though I've actually touched base on some of these things in other episodes, I don't think I went over how useful they really could be. So for tools and functions, we're going to go over the live mapping editor, the slider converter, and the polygon circle creation tools. So we'll start with the live mapping tool, as I think this is one of the more fun things to use. This tool is only really helpful in two game modes, Taiko and Mania, as of right now. But before we get going on this, and you think I'm just playing around to what I feel to the music, hear me out. I would only use the live mapping tool as a base creation tool. And what I mean by that is the further you get in terms of measures, such as 1/1, 1/2, 1/3, and 1/4, and so on, it becomes harder to place notes on the proper lane or timeline for either modes. What it is good for though is getting slightly, and this is slightly on the opinion side everybody, but it's good for getting down a great base structure for the start of your map and perhaps making easier difficulties. To get to the live mapping editor, there are two ways you can get to it, from the file menu or you can just use its shortcut Control-Tab. Now, when using this feature, it is important to know where your bindings are for Taiko and Mania, as that's how you'll be able to place notes. You can also reduce the speed to help you out in placing things on the correct timeline, but I wouldn't recommend going under 75%, as anything under that starts to stretch and then the timing might not be exactly what you think it is. Normally, I use this kind of setup when creating a base. I'll set the measure to 1/2, then I'll go back into the map and add more challenging patterns when the base is finished. This tool can save loads of times in terms of getting your ideas to work, and if you're really skilled, you might even be able to make an entire map in one play. So, with that brought to light, let's go over a few more things that could be used in the standard scene a bit more. I know I went over these a little bit as well in previous episodes, but I want to make sure you know these great shortcuts and tools still exist. So without further ado, let's go over those a little bit more. I hear that most have issues with making streams and making them look and play as good when they need to curve them. And if you recall, there is a way to get amazing curved streams with very little effort needed, thanks to the Convert Slider to Stream tool. And no, I'm not making this up, this tool really exists. The same can be said for patterns that have to do with circles or octagons or any shapes. So the shortcut for Slider to Stream is Control-Shift-F. And to create polygon circles, that shortcut is Control-Shift-D. I'll play around in the editor for a moment and show some base examples. Using these shortcuts and features will half the time you need to set up bases. Okay, that's pretty much all there is for the live mapping editor and the special tools that we went over today. Hopefully these will help you create even better maps for yourself and make it a little bit easier on you. I sure wish these tools were around when I started. Anyways, remember, rhythm's only a click away, and we'll see you guys real soon. I also want to give out a major thanks to Flight for helping redesign the OS Academy and making it look so pretty. Thanks.